Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a rather controversial but important topic: the top 10 countries where Filipinos are not exactly welcomed in 2024. As one of the world's most mobile populations, Filipinos are everywhere, whether it's working, studying, or simply exploring, but not every country is as welcoming as you might hope. Unfortunately, there are some places where Filipinos face stricter visa requirements, immigration issues, or outright discrimination. Please subscribe to my channel. It's not meant to be an attack on these countries, but rather an analysis of the challenges Filipinos face when traveling or living abroad. Think of it like trying to assemble IKEA furniture. Sometimes it's deceptively simple, and sometimes it feels like you need a degree in engineering and the patience of a saint. Let's jump right in. Starting us off is Kuwait. Now, Kuwait and the Philippines, it's complicated. You know those couples that seem to break up and get back together more often than a pop star changes their hair color? Yeah, that's them. In recent years, it's been more breakup than makeup, particularly concerning Filipino domestic workers. There have been, let's just say, concerns about how some Filipino workers have been treated, leading to full-on bans on sending Filipinos over. It's like trying to put out a grease fire with a water pistol, well-intentioned but not always effective. While there have been attempts to smooth things over, the relationship remains as fragile as a house of cards in a wind tunnel. So yeah, Kuwait, not exactly top of the list for a relaxing vacation for Filipinos right now. Next up, we're hopping over to Japan. Now, everyone loves Japan, right? Sushi, bullet trains, those vending machines that sell literally everything. What's not to love? But for Filipinos, getting a long-term visa to experience all this wonder can be like trying to win a staring contest with a statue. Technically possible, but you're probably going to lose. Japan's immigration laws are notoriously strict, but Filipinos often find themselves jumping through more hoops than a circus poodle. This is partly due to some, shall we say, historical misunderstandings involving overstaying workers. So, while a quick trip to see the cherry blossoms is doable, putting down roots is a whole different ballgame. Let's move on to Saudi Arabia, a country synonymous with opportunity for Filipino workers. It's like the Hollywood of the Middle East, but with construction jobs and oil refineries. But things aren't always what they seem. Working conditions can be variable. Labor disputes and accusations of mistreatment are common. The Philippine government has even halted worker deployment at times. So, while Saudi Arabia offers opportunities, it's a gamble. Chapter 4. Now let's talk about Israel, a land steeped in history, home to some of the holiest sites in the world, and a place where hummus flows more freely than water. What's not to love? Well, for Filipinos, it's the visa requirements. Getting into Israel can be tougher than getting your cat to take a bath. It's technically doable, but be prepared for a lot of resistance. Many Filipinos, especially those seeking work as caregivers, find themselves facing a wall of immigration policies that would make a bricklayer jealous. While there's a growing Filipino community there, getting a foothold in Israel is about as easy as parallel parking a school bus during rush hour. Next on our list is China, a country with a history longer than a CVS receipt and a population larger than some small continents. You'd think getting a visa would be easy, right? Well, not so fast. It's like trying to eat soup with a fork, messy and frustrating. Filipinos face a bureaucratic labyrinth with lengthy processing times, visa rejections, and endless paperwork. So yeah, China in 2024, approach with caution. Chapter 6. Hold on to your kimchi, folks, because we're heading to South Korea. The land of K-pop, K-dramas, and skincare routines that are more complex than a Rube Goldberg machine. Now, Filipinos love South Korea. I mean, who doesn't love a good K-drama, right? But getting a visa to stay longer than a bowl of instant noodles? That's a different story. South Korea has tightened its visa rules for Filipinos tighter than a pair of skinny jeans after a Thanksgiving feast. And with the number of visa overstays on the rise, they're cracking down harder than a teenager on their phone after bedtime. So, if you're a Filipino hoping to experience the magic of K-pop firsthand, be prepared to navigate a visa process that's more dramatic than a K-drama finale. Hold on to your apple pies because we're about to talk about the United States, the land of opportunity, freedom, and a healthcare system that's more confusing than a Quentin Tarantino film. Now, the Philippines and the US go way back, but lately, getting into the US has become about as easy as finding a parking spot in downtown Manhattan. The visa process is more convoluted than a game of Twister played in a hurricane. So, yeah, the US, the land of opportunity. Next up, we're jetting over to Taiwan, the land of delicious street food, stunning night markets, and bubble tea that'll make your taste buds sing. But for Filipinos seeking work, it's not all sunshine and pineapple cakes. While many Filipinos have found jobs in Taiwan, the relationship between the two countries is about as stable as a unicycle on a tightrope. There have been ongoing disputes over working conditions pay that would make you want to cry into your bubble tea, and visa regulations that change more often than a chameleon in a bag of Skittles. So while Taiwan might seem like a paradise for foodies and tech enthusiasts, for Filipino workers in 2024, it's more like a game of whack-a-mole where the moles are visa requirements and the hammer is your dwindling patience. Let's hop on over to Australia, the land of kangaroos, koalas, and more ways to die from venomous creatures than you can shake a stick at. But hey, at least the healthcare system is good, right? Now, Australia has a reputation for being pretty chill, but their immigration policies? Not so much. They're stricter than a headmaster at a boarding school, especially for skilled workers from the Philippines. While a quick visit to see the Sydney Opera House and cuddle a koala, from a safe distance of course, is doable. Getting a permanent visa or a work visa is about as easy as winning the lottery while simultaneously being struck by lightning. So, while Australia might be the land of no worries for some, for Filipinos in 2024, it's more like the land of good luck with that visa application. And finally, we arrive at the #1 spot, a country that's about as welcoming as a porcupine in a balloon factory, North Korea. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat this one. North Korea is about as closed off to the outside world as a teenager's diary after you accidentally read one page. With border control stricter than a dragon guarding its hoard, a political climate more volatile than a bag of popcorn kernels in a microwave, and a relationship with the Philippines that's about as warm and fuzzy as a cactus, well, you get the picture. It's the kind of place that even Bear Grylls would think twice about visiting. So yeah, unless you're a huge fan of concrete architecture and government-mandated haircuts, I'd say steer clear of North Korea. So, there you have it. 10 countries where Filipinos are not particularly welcomed in 2024, either due to visa challenges, political tensions, or other diplomatic reasons. If you're a Filipino planning to travel or work abroad, it's always important to check the visa requirements, stay informed about international relations, and most importantly, be prepared. Every country has its own unique policies, so make sure to do your research before making any big plans. Think of it like this. You wouldn't go on a hike without checking the weather forecast and packing appropriate gear, would you? Well, international travel is pretty similar. Do your research, pack your patience, and be prepared for anything. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you found this video helpful. I'll see you in the next one.